Hey guys, what's going on? Piston Talk here. I wanted to bring you guys a draft video today. I know we're like 4 days away from the draft lottery and I can't wait. So I thought it would be a perfect opportunity for me to show you guys my draft board, what I believe the Detroit Pistons are, going to target when it does come to the NBA draft. And I'm going to do my top 10 prospects I believe that are going to be on the Detroit Pistons draft board. So number one, obviously, it's going to be Anthony Edwards. And to me, Anthony Edwards is the best player in this draft. 2K has him ranked number one, and I think that is very realistic. He's a guy that I see, when I'm looking at him, he reminds me of Bradley Beal a lot. I think, offensively, he can score at all three levels. I think defensively, he's not bad. He's like kind of above average. I think he's a guy that can work on his defense, but to me, Anthony Edwards is the best player in this draft. Number two, I'm going with Lamella Ball. To me, Lamella Ball is the second best player in this draft. I think he's a guy that the Detroit Pistons are really high on. 2K has him ranked out of the lottery at 15th, which I really don't agree with. I think he's going to be a top 3 draft pick, but that's just my opinion on the matter. I'm really high on him. I think there's a lot of things that you like about him. I mean, his size, athleticism, his ability to play in transition, just his vision. I think the only knock on him when you're talking to people is they like to bring up his father, they like to bring up his family, they like to bring up, defensively he's not the best, but, I'm willing to take a chance on a guy like him because, I see potential there. Number 3 on my list, I gotta go with Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin, to me, offensively, he's so gifted. I think he can score on anybody. He can, shoot 3-pointers. He can hit mid-range. He can play in the post. The only thing with Obi Toppin that might concern Pistons fans is defensively, man, he makes Blake Griffin look like Kawhi Leonard. His defense is that bad. 2K has him 5th. I think that's a fair assessment for Obi Toppin. I think he could definitely be a top 5 pick. Number 4 on my list is going to surprise some people. It's Denny Adia. Now, I know Pistons fans, we kind of have a bad relationship with European players. I mean, Darko is probably never going to leave our memory, at all. But, Denny Adia is a guy to me that can play 4 positions in the NBA right now. 2K has him, in the second round or early second round pick, but, I don't agree with that. I think he's going to be a top 4 pick. I think there's some things he needs to work on. I think he needs to work on free throws. You can look at, if you're going to look like what his stats are from the free throw line, they're around 50%. He has gotten better since, his season did start back up over in Europe, but I think he's a guy that's going to have to work on hitting his free throws. 50% for a small forward, that's not going to do it for me personally, but you cannot deny the talent that's there. Number 5 on my list, I'm gonna have to go with James Wiseman. Now, James Wiseman, to me, you could probably say he's the best center in the draft. You could have a debate with Lumeka Okongwu right on his tail. But for me, I think he's going to be a very good pro. I don't think the Pistons really want to go the center route. It wouldn't really make much sense to trade Andre Drummond and then go around and draft another center. But hey, it's the Pistons. Who knows what they're going to do? They might be very high on James Wiseman. Number 6 on my list is going to be Killian Hayes. Now for me, Killian Hayes is the second best point guard in this draft, right behind Lamella Ball. So what I like about Gillian Hayes the most is his size, his ability to play out of the pick and roll. And the only thing I would really nitpick with him is that right hand. I think once he develops that right hand, I think he can be a very good player in the NBA. And Killian Hayes is 6th on my list. Number 7, to me, if we're talking about best player available, you gotta go with Lumeka Okongwu from USC. Like I said, he's right up there with James Wiseman. I see a lot of Bam Adebayo and Lumeka Okongwu. And again, I don't really see the Pistons really going a big man route in this draft. I think they're going to draft a point guard, but if they fall and Oneka's there, I think they're probably going to draft him. Number 8 on my list is going to be Tyrese Halliburton. I don't know why 2K has him as a shooting guard. He's more of a point guard, but he's a guy that's very unique because he's very versatile. He can, play off the ball. He can kind of play shooting guard out there. He's very long, really lengthy. I think what he needs to work on is, getting some weight because he's a very skinny guy. As you guys can see, 2K has him at 6'11", 173 pounds. But, 6'5", I'm sorry. I think that's his wingspan. 6'5", 173 pounds. But, for me, what he's going to have to work on is just taking it to the basket. He kind of shies away from contact, which I don't really like. His shot is really unorthodox, but it goes in, so I guess you don't want to change it. But for me, Tyrese Halliburton is going to be 8th on my list. I don't know why I said 6'11". He's 6'5", so anyone in the comment section is going to rip me for it. I try to correct it. So number 9, you got to go with Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony, to me, I don't know if people overvalue him or overhype him, but for me, he's going to be a very good point guard in the NBA. For me, what I'd like to see him work on is passing the ball because he's a very score-first mentality point guard, and I don't think that's what the Pistons need right now. I don't think they need a score-first point guard on this team. I think they need a point guard to facilitate, get the other guys involved, but you cannot deny Cole Anthony's talent, and he's going to be 9th on my draft board. And the last player on my draft board is going to be Isaac Okoro. And I don't know why 2K has him as his shooting guard. He's a small forward, but to me, he's probably one of the best defenders in this draft class. And I know we've been down that route with, drafting the best defender at a small forward position. We did that with Stanley Johnson, and we all know what happened with that. But I think Isaac Okoro has a higher ceiling than Stanley Johnson. But for me, if I'm the Detroit Pistons, you got to put him top 10 on your draft board. You never know what's going to happen, during the NBA draft. They could get all the way to a first pick, but they could fall all the way to 9. You really don't know what's going to happen with this draft. But as always, you guys, let me know what you guys think. Comment down below and I'll talk to you guys down there. Hope you guys are staying safe. Take care. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.